and the chances of finding amethyst here is not incredibly low compared to other areas. As you can see, there we go. I already found an amethyst. Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be going over the new mining part 2 update and basically showing you everything you need to know about this update, everything that they added, as well as all the pets, enchants, boosts that you should be using. I'll also be going over all of the pickaxe enchants and showing you how that works, as well as showing you how to mine blocks as fast as possible and the best way to find rare ores in this new update so that you can progress through this update as fast as possible. And now before I get into all that, only around 17% of you guys that watch my videos are subscribed. So if you want to support the channel and help us reach our giveaway milestones as fast as possible, make sure to like and subscribe. And don't forget that once I reach 35,000 subscribers, we'll be hosting another massive 50+ huge pet giveaway on Pet799. But with that being said, I will be giving away at least 10 huge pets every single video. And if you want a chance to win one of these huge pets, all of the giveaway information will be in the description. Okay, so before I actually get into how you can mine blocks as fast as possible, as well as all the boosts and enchants that you should be using and your pets that you should be using, I do want to quickly talk about what they added in this update. So when you make it to the last area, you'll notice that there is a new mining merchant. Now this merchant is basically the same as the last merchant, and the last merchant just got nerfed. So it does sell some pretty decent bombs. And if I were you, I would check back every once in a while just to claim these bombs, because as I will talk about a bit later, when you're mining blocks, bombs are very useful. But in all of the areas, they also added a new pickaxe for you to craft. Obviously, I've already gotten the sapphire pickaxe, and so far for the first 2 pickaxes that I've seen, they have both required mining 30,000 blocks. I really hope the last one doesn't scale this up. And then it requires to mine some amethyst and some elderstone. Now I'll be talking about the best way to find rare ores in a little bit. However, they also did refresh the Combine-O-Matic machine and obviously added 2,000 of the titanic obsidian dragons that can be crafted, as well as 20 more of the gargantuan hellish axolotls that can be crafted. Now I'm going to be honest, this titanic looks really sick in my opinion, and I might be trying to get it, but it does seem very difficult to get right now. So basically, in order to craft it, you do need to once again go through all of the 3 new gems that they added, as well as the old ones. Now I have found quite a few quartz in this last mine. However, I've yet to find any topaz and any onyx. So I think that once again, they probably will buff the spawn rate of these ores, but without any of the crafting upgrades done, it's going to cost 20 of each to craft each subsequent gem. And then it's going to cost 20 huges to craft each subsequent huge, and then 10 huges to craft the titanic, as well as 20 titanics to craft the gargantuan. And obviously, before you craft, you're definitely going to want to max out the cheaper upgrades so that you can craft with a 50% discount on all of the items. And they also did add some chests that you can find in the mine. Now, if I'm being honest, these chests do seem okay, but not the best. However, they do drop tons of items, and in the best variant of the mining chest, you can actually get yourself the solar pickaxe if you are lucky. Now, this pickaxe is obviously going to be pretty good and pretty rare, but if you get that, then yeah, definitely use it. And then lastly, there is one more special pickaxe here that does cost 20 onyx gems that I will definitely be getting, and this one is the amethyst pickaxe. So with that being said, the first thing I want to go over in this video is how to actually mine blocks as fast as possible. Now, there are only really a couple options to actually do this. Unfortunately, you can either auto mine or manually mine. Now, manually mining is going to be a little faster than auto mine, but if you want to split it, if you really don't want to manually mine all of those blocks, then definitely just go AFK for a little bit using the auto mine function, and you'll easily get the 5,000 blocks as well as the other blocks that you need to get through the gate. However, before this update, I went ahead and bought myself a ton of the mining crates as well as the mining TNTs. Now, I've already used quite a bit. However, I still have a lot more. And these crates, TNTs, and all the other bombs are actually extremely useful for mining blocks as fast as possible. So at the very least, I'll get your hands on a few of the mining TNTs, maybe even mining crates, but these are actually getting sniped pretty hard by bots right now. But if you can get your hands on a few of the mining TNTs or even the smaller bombs, you want to make sure you have the bomb set up to a keybind, and every few blocks or so, just place a bomb and then keep mining, and this will substantially increase the amount of blocks that you're mining. This is how I was able to already get to the very last area of this update and mine over 30,000 blocks to unlock the sapphire pickaxe in less than an hour. So yeah, the bombs are pretty OP and they're somewhat pay to win. However, the prices for the smaller bombs like the mining TNT crates and the mining bombs are pretty cheap. Although they might rise a little bit, I don't see the mining TNT or mining bomb crates rising by too much. I do think the mining TNT crates itself will rise by quite a bit though. So these might be a bit expensive, but definitely stick with the smaller ones unless you have a few diamonds to spend on the crates. So now that you know how to mine blocks as fast as possible and you are hopefully progressing your way through to the last area, I want to quickly talk about all the boosts and enchants that you can be using to help yourself in this update. Now, unfortunately, absolutely no enchants once again play a part in actually mining during this event. So when you're mining, you don't really have to worry about your enchant loadout, which is honestly pretty good for free-to-play players. However, once you do start opening the egg, as I will talk about in a little bit, these stat pets are pretty important. So when you're opening the egg, make sure you put on at least 2 of the lucky 10 egg enchants on. And then if you have a few shiny hunters and maybe even a rainbow egg, these are rising a lot because they're pretty OP, put a few of those on. But at the very least, you want to make sure you have at least 2 lucky egg 10s on. And then when it comes to boosts, once again, most boosts do not work, but because lucky eggs do actually affect the odds in this egg, you also want to make sure that when you're hatching this egg, you have some lucky egg potions as well as some cocktails for the luck as well. And then boost wise, most of the boosts do show up in here. However, none of the actual boosts down here, like the fruits and the toys, actually affect the mine or the egg. So you don't really have to worry about the normal consumable boosts in your inventory. However, just like last update, there are some mining boosters. Now, the old ones, the mining booster ones, are still in this event, and you can actually get a lot of them from mining. But they did also add some tier 2 boosters. So you can also get these from mining, but they're quite a bit rarer. Definitely make sure you're using these, or at least make sure you're using some mining booster ones. These boosters are going to be crucial for helping you mine a lot faster during this event, especially the damage booster and the speed booster. Now, the tier 1s provide a 100% boost to both respectively, and then the tier 2s provide a 200% boost respectively. So now that you know all the enchants and boosts that you should be using, I do want to quickly talk about the pets. Once again, during this event, the pets are going to be essential for actually mining as fast as possible. So every time you unlock a new area, make sure you're coming to the egg and opening it for a little bit to actually get some of the mining pets. As you can see, the pets from the last update, the hardest one to get was the Abyssal Carbuncle, which did 80,000 damage when it was rainbow. But now during this update, I haven't even gotten the rarest 2 stat pets, but this mole right here, the golden version alone does 1.5 million damage. So compared to the 80,000 damage, this is a massive increase, meaning every time you get to a new area, make sure you're opening these eggs. These pets are going to allow you to do a lot more damage. Now, obviously, you want to fill up your inventory with at least the stat pets from this update. However, if you can, make sure you're using some low tier exclusives or huge pets. Low tier exclusives are going to be better than using stat pets, and huge pets are going to be better than using low tier exclusives. All right, and now I want to talk about the pickaxe enchanting, which is probably the most important mechanic that they added in this update. So basically, just like in Pet Sim X, if you played that, there is an enchanting mechanic where you can enchant your pickaxes this time and give yourself a chance at getting 1 to 3 random enchants on the pickaxe. Now, there is a game pass here that allows you to enchant 3 pickaxes at once. For those who don't have any exclusive pickaxes, this game pass is going to be useless. However, if you do have a few exclusive pickaxes like an obsidian pickaxe or a molten pickaxe, enchanting 3 at once significantly speeds up the time that it takes to find good enchants. And I'll tell you right now, I've been at it for about an hour enchanting, and I still haven't found a single good enchant loadout except for this X-ray right here. So regardless, it will take you a little while to find a good enchant. So obviously, I would not recommend doing it with a lower tier pickaxe like an emerald pickaxe. I would try to get at least the amethyst or the ruby pickaxe before you start upgrading. I wouldn't even do it on the sapphire pickaxe. Once you select the pickaxe that you want to enchant, there's a huge list of different enchants that are possible. Now, basically, every time you enchant, you get 1 to 3 random enchants on your pickaxe, and each of those enchants can be a different tier. For example, there is a player speed 5. However, on my pickaxe, I currently have a player speed 1. Now, each time you enchant a pickaxe, it also requires 1 emerald gem, and obviously if you do 3 at a time, it's going to require 3 emerald gems. So it does get pretty expensive in emeralds as well, considering how many times you're going to be rolling to find a good enchant loadout. So with that being said, I think the best strategy to actually enchant is to select the pickaxes that you want, click continue, and then choose all of the enchants that you want to actually get. Now, don't just choose the tier 5s, choose the lower tiers as well, because odds are you're not going to find a tier 5 of that enchant. And honestly, if I get a tier 3 of an enchant, I think I'll probably take it. So I'm going to be here for a while. But once you have all the enchants selected, as you can see, I selected literally all of the other rarer ones. So anything below really the fracture enchants are going to be really hard to find. So honestly, getting a tier 2 or maybe even a tier 1 of like the diamond farmer, the gem upgrade, the powerball would probably be good enough for me. So when I enchant, I have all of these ones selected, as well as lightning lightning 3 and 4, and some damage enchants. Now I'm going to talk about this a little bit later, but obviously it depends on what kind of enchant loadout you're going for. Once you have your enchant selected, all you want to do is click enchant, and then it's going to keep auto enchanting until it comes across one of the enchants that you selected. So since I selected a damage 1, as you can see, my pick got enchanted with a damage 1, and it told us and then stopped the enchanting. Now obviously if you enchant this pick again, your damage 1 will be gone and it'll re-roll for 1 to 3 random enchants once again. So if you get a good enchant like my X-ray enchant right here, make sure you do not enchant this pick again. There's no way to add any more enchants to this pick. But in my opinion, the worst enchants are the more coins, player speed, lucky, and explosive, and then any enchant below that, the damage, the gravity, and honestly not the lightning. The lightning's pretty bad too, but also the fracture, the gem upgrade, the diamond farmer, the powerball, the X-ray, and the replenish, and the fortune. Those are all pretty good upgrades, and depending on what your enchant loadout is looking like, if you get one of these, then you can definitely keep it. But it's going to be up to you which type of enchants you want to keep depending on your purpose. Since I will be AFKing with this pickaxe, I'm probably going to go for some damage, and then maybe if I can also get a fortune on it. But like I said, these enchants are really tough to get, so you're going to be here for a little while. Now, that being said, it is up to you which enchants you want to go for, but I do want to go over what every enchant does just so that you know kind of which ones you might want to get. So the player speed increases your player speed. The more coins increases the coins you are earning. If you're going to be hatching the egg, this is not a horrible enchant. At tier 4, it gives you a 200% boost, which is basically as much of a boost that the mining coin booster number 2 gives. So if you do get a tier 4 or 5 and you are going to be hatching the egg a lot, then yeah, definitely go for that. The lucky increases the drop rate of the items that you get from blocks. Honestly, not that great in my opinion, and it does not include gems, so it will not increase the amount of gems you're getting. The explosive gives you a very small chance of exploding nearby blocks by using a mining bomb, which doesn't have a big radius, so honestly I wouldn't recommend getting that. Damage increases your damage. Honestly, for AFKing or manually mining, this could be a pretty good enchant, especially if you are struggling with damage and you do not have a exclusive pickaxe. The gravity increases the gravity in the mine, so basically when you jump you will fall to the ground a lot faster, meaning when you are auto mining you will drop onto the blocks a lot faster, allowing you to speed up your mining by a little bit. Honestly, I don't think it's going to provide that much of a boost, so I'm probably not going to get it. Lightning provides a very small chance of striking lightning in the mine. Now, I've only been able to get this at a tier 1, and at a tier 1 it is a 0.1% chance, but depending on how good the lightning is, if it actually strikes all the way down to where you are and breaks all of those blocks, then it could be a pretty good enchant, especially for AFKing if you can get a tier 3, 4, or 5. Now, fracture provides a pretty good chance at breaking blocks around you. I've gotten the tier 1 version and it provides a 1% chance at breaking a few blocks around you. So for AFKing or manually mining, this can also be a pretty decent enchant, especially at a tier 3, 4, or 5. Now for the next few, I have actually not rolled them, but I'm pretty sure I do know what they do. So the gem upgrade likely provides a chance of upgrading the gem that you break. So if you break a ruby ore, there's probably a pretty good chance that it would upgrade to an emerald gem once you break it, which could be pretty good, especially when you are going for the rarer and newer ores like quartz. If it were to upgrade to the next ore, that would be very good. And then the diamond farmer, I'm pretty sure it's just going to increase the amount of diamonds you're getting from the mine, which is honestly pretty good as well, especially if you're going to be auto mining, because the ores do drop a lot of diamonds themselves. So especially if you can get a diamond farmer 4 or 5 on your pickaxe and you're going to be auto mining, you're going to be earning a ton of diamonds. So that is also a really good enchant. The powerball, I'm going to be honest, I have no clue what that does. The replenish, I also don't know what it does. And then fortune, if it's anything like Minecraft, which I'm assuming is what they got this from, when you break a ore, it'll probably provide a chance at giving you multiple of the gems per every ore. And then lastly, I did skip past it, but the X-ray, I did manage to get this on one of my picks, and it says that it lets you see nearby ores around you when you are mining. Now, I've tested out this X-ray enchant on my obsidian pickaxe, and I think it just does not work right now. Like, occasionally you do see ores through the wall, but most of the time they don't show up. As you can see, I did not even see that when I was mining down. The ores just don't really, it doesn't really work properly. I don't know. I think they're definitely gonna have to fix it, but as of right now it is broken. It does not work, but once they fix it, I'm assuming this will be a really good enchant for people who are going to be manually mining and looking for those rare ores. But with that being said, that is how the enchanting works, and those are all the enchants. Like I said, depending on what you're going to be doing, whether you're looking to get coins and AFK the egg, or you're going to be auto mining, or you're going to be manually mining, you're going to want to tailor your pickaxe's enchants to that specific purpose. And also keep in mind how many emeralds you have. If you're going for the rare ores, you're going to need a lot of emeralds, so keep that in mind. Okay, now that enchants are out of the way, I do want to quickly talk about how you can find rare ores and the best way to do so, because as you are progressing, you will notice that you do need to mine some amethyst and some other rare ores to get the new pickaxes, which can be a little tough. The best way is just to make sure you get the emerald pickaxe from the last area from the last update, and then just progress your way to the final mine in this update. Now, it's honestly not even too hard, especially using an emerald pick and maybe even an obsidian pick, as well as some mining damage boosters. Now, fortunately, to actually get to the new mine, all you have to do is break blocks, which is not too hard. Just go to a lower tier mine, maybe even a tier 3 or 4, break all the blocks that you need, and then break the specific blocks that it asks for, which should not be too tough. It doesn't really ask for like incredibly hard blocks to break. And then once you get to the last mine, this is going to be by far the easiest place to find rare ores. Occasionally you will find an amethyst and some rare ores on the top of the surface. However, in my opinion, the best way to find amethyst so that you can get yourself the better picks is to simply server hop. You can server hop low player servers or use a private server and just keep refreshing the surface until you find amethyst. Now, they honestly aren't incredibly hard to find on the surface and you can break them pretty easily. And then once you get some decent picks and you're able to actually mine these blocks relatively fast, I would recommend going down to the bottom of the first layer. And then once you make it here, all you have to simply do is just mine along the bottom of this layer and look at the top of this layer, and this is going to be the fastest way to find amethyst, as you don't have to actually mine through these blocks because that does take a while, and the chances of finding amethyst here is not incredibly low compared to other areas. As you can see, there we go. I already found an amethyst. So that's not too bad, but if you are a pay to win player and you can get your hand on a few of these bejeweled crates, you will instantly be able to get all the amethysts that you need just from popping it in this area. Literally all you have to do is just pop a bejeweled crate here. And then as you can see, there's already an amethyst here, tons of rubies, another amethyst here. Now, honestly, if you are getting a bejeweled crate, I would try to use it on a lower level. You can actually find tons of amethyst if you do it on the next level. So I'm going to come down here and then pop a bejeweled crate. As you can see, another amethyst here, 2 more amethysts here. So yeah, the lower you go, obviously, the more amethysts you're going to find. Another like multiple amethysts here, there, more amethysts here, a lot more amethysts here. So yeah, these are pretty easy to find amethysts if you're using a bejeweled crate on the lower level of this mine. But regardless, to find rare ores, you want to make sure you get to this last mine here before focusing on getting rare ores and crafting the other pickaxes. Okay, but with that being said, that is literally everything you need to know about this update, all the boosts, enchants, etc. that you should be using, how the new pickaxe enchant system works, as well as how to mine blocks and get rare ores as fast as possible. Now, if you enjoyed this video or found it useful, don't forget to like and subscribe. And don't forget that once I reach 35,000 subscribers, I'll be hosting another massive 50+ huge pet giveaway on PetSim99. But with that being said, I hope you all have an amazing day and good luck mining. Congrats to this person for being the first person to comment on my last PetSim99 video with their Roblox username. You've won yourself a free huge pet. I do this kind of giveaways every single video, so if you want a chance to be the first commenter and win yourself a free huge pet, make sure to turn on post notifications to be notified when I upload. It's time to roll the winners of the giveaway for my last PetSim99 video. Since this video did reach the first like goal of 500 likes, I will be adding another 5 huge pets to the giveaway for a total of 15 huge pets. As always, the usernames of all the winners will be shown on screen at the end of this time lapse. Congrats to all of the winners.